Hey everybody, I'm Randy Pearson, Vice President of Life and Annuities at Gordon Marketing, and welcome to a new edition of Selling Life and Annuities. And I'm here with LaVon Justice and Rebecca Gordon.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining us.
Hi there.
And our topic for today is something we like to call the new IRA. So LaVon, tell us a little bit about what does this mean, the new IRA?
So it stands for the new Insured Retirement Advantage, just so you guys know. And what the concept is it's a way to significantly increase the cash accumulation inside life insurance policy by bringing more funding into the scenario that the client otherwise would not have had to bring to the table. So it will create longer cash accumulation growth and significantly higher income in retirement.
So what kind of product is utilized in this scenario?
Typically, it's going to be an index universal life policy, so that works very, very well with the subject matter. You know, IULs have so many features that are very attractive when it comes to retirement, protecting against risk, providing death benefit, and other things. It just is a great complement to a retirement plan.
Do you have any idea who's the average person buying these policies?
It's going to be someone that is already really concerned about the future of their retirement. So for those clients that you have that are already engaged in conversations with you, probably looking at committing some significant dollars to their retirement, maybe they've gotten to a point where they feel that they need to catch up, those are going to be the ideal prospects for it because we're going to show them a way to get there a lot faster.
I've always been a huge advocate on getting the younger person thinking about this sooner. You know, by the time somebody's in their 50s, and it's interesting because I'm having firsthand experience with some people that I know who are in their 70s, and wow, they're really falling into some hardships because their retirement is not enough. What are we doing on our part to really get agents my age, our age, talking about this stuff to younger people?
Well, I think having the toolkit and having the awareness is key. Secondly, you know, it's part of the prospecting. How do you get that message to a younger generation? I would certainly take advantage of a lot of the tools that are out there. Social media is certainly a great way to get mass exposure. But for your more successful older clients, I would simply ask them, hey, do you mind introducing me to your sons or daughters or people that you know that are young, but they're on the move, you know, they're upwardly mobile.
Right.
Yeah. I think that, clearly, LaVon mentioned Indexed Universal Life, amazingly powerful tool to help that younger crowd save for retirement, with the most advantageous piece of that, in my opinion, is the upside potential with no downside risk and the ability to save money that you can get out tax-free. Now, the new IRA, however, I think, as you mentioned earlier, is really for that person who's a little bit older, who has perhaps not saved enough for retirement, is looking to aggressively catch up. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So how does that work exactly? I mean, if you've got that individual who says, I can save X, I mean, you mentioned leverage. How can we leverage that up? Yeah,
great question, Randy. For that person, let's say we have someone who's going to put away, $1,000 a month. And I'm going to round up a little bit and say that's $25,000 a year. I know it's 24. Or actually, that's $12,000 a year.
He's also an accountant.
Yes, so I am. Call me for your taxes. But instead of just having that $12,000 per year go into that plan, they can double that amount because we're going to create a special financing arrangement that's going to bring that additional premium to the table. And not only are they going to bring that to the table, they're going to do that for a 10-year period. So the client is going to contribute his portion, which they were already planning to do, right? We were already having this conversation, maybe they're weighing it out, but now we can give this a little gas. We can say, hey, if we did this and we brought some additional funding, can we get you to retirement a lot faster with a lot more money and a lot less stress? So your client contributes their normal portion for 5 years, the lender contributes for 10 years, and then there's an ability to pull out the borrowed money in 12 years so that lender is satisfied, and now all that money is working for their retirement. And as Randy mentioned, no risk of market volatility and additional other benefits. I mean, it's really a pretty great program.
So in essence, what you're saying is we're using that individual is going to be able to leverage other people's money
Exactly.
to help turbocharge their retirement.
Great analogy. Yes.
So how complicated is it to put a program like this together?
Well, the great thing is, there's a lot of moving parts here, and it can seem complex, but you can lean on us to pretty much create the output for you. So, we ask you guys to start the conversation. We will create the presentation. We'll walk you through how to explain that to the client. Give you some options on what carrier to run with. So our real goal is to make it as simple as possible. You get in front of the client, we'll help you put it together.
Excellent. And now, so for that agent who's watching this video and they say, this all sounds great, and I think I might have some prospects that this would be good for. However, I'm really nervous about, about actually going out and pitching it to my client. How can we provide some assistance in that regard?
Well, I have worked with some other agents on this particular subject matter, and if you have a little bit of apprehension about talking about it, don't worry, we got your back. I'll be on the call with you. We can bring other experts to the table who can, you kind of set it up, and then they can walk them through explaining the point-by-point material that you may have some, level of discomfort with. But hopefully, pretty soon you'll be able to, do a couple of these cases and handle it on your own.
This is a big deal. One, you gave me a statistic. 1 in 3 Americans have less than $5,000 saved for retirement. That is shocking.
It is truly shocking.
That is shocking. So this is a big deal. This is a great program. So if you're looking to add this, as you should, to your portfolio this year, please put it in the comments. Levon will reach out to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Hey,
Thanks everybody.